I always thought I was feeling like a lady.
Oh. Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so we are here with Hannah versus Jonathan. Let me remove the covers on the board and Bingo chat, not dingo chat. Bingo ate my baby.
Stop! That was my line.
Hannah versus Jonathan here.
I'm the color one.
I had a good
Guess
joke
you
for
don't
that
need
one.
me today.
That's okay.
They don't need me today.
Lords of Disconia center square is pretty brutal. We have a lot of good synergy on this board, but it is going to take a little bit to get into stuff. So I will do the 3, 2, 1 go as the timer's expiring. I do think this is also a good card for gifts, maybe even cherries. Okay, so both players are off now. There's immediate paint chase from Hannah. Good to see. Beat 6 courses is in a pretty good spot on the board, I would say. There's a decent amount you can build off of there. And then I will scroll up on my phone so I can actually see the board as well. Shoutouts to One Monitor Life, making sure that you have the board on your phone at all times. So, pretty intense head-to-head paint chase
I think
race.
Sio's is different than mine.
Oh, yeah, it's quote ad for me to make it extra confusing. So it doesn't look like Jonathan knows the trick where if you sit in the bottom right corner, you are able to just skip level 1. It's fine to normally play level 1, but in a race where you're trying to beat 6 courses fast, it is helpful to know that trick. Because even though Hannah did start slightly earlier, they are pretty much a full course ahead already. Also, as a heads up, I probably won't really super be able to see chat. I can do it like this. Also, I circle, how's it going? So this board is also pretty fun because there's a lot of Cyber Owls on it, and I'm a pretty big fan of Cyber Owls now. When I was learning the cherry for Cyber Owls, it was driving me nuts, but now that I have the cherry for Cyber Owls, I've looped back around to really liking it. And I am excited that this board does at least present the opportunity to see a Cyber Owls rescue game, because I think the Cyber Owls rescue minigame is one of the best games in UFO 50. And it's a shame that you really don't get to see it ever if you're playing the game well. I wonder how far you're making it into this rewatch this
I know,
time, by
last
the way.
time it was season 2, episode 5, apparently. It was continue watching season 2, episode 5. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm starting my Gilmore Girls rewatch. And I don't even know what year that was.
Yeah, Buns.
It's been a few years.
Buns watched less and less Gilmore Girls on this rewatch each time because something else offends earlier and earlier.
Offends. Well, okay, they're very obsessed with dictator references.
They sure are.
And a think it's because she likes to compare her mom to dictators.
Yeah, but they have a lot. They sure have a lot of very obscure dictator
Hitler
jokes,
especially.
which is not it in even then time, much less current time. Was that a course fail? I think so. I was looking away, but it does look like Hannah did unfortunately fail this course because now they're tied up on courses again. Looking to be in a better position right now, but these cars are pretty tricky. It's kind of funny watching this with the mild amount of stream lag coming from both players because you just see the cars zipping forward a lot. So also got a course fail on Jonathan's end, unfortunately.
Got a lot of blue this time.
Yeah, so Hannah's back up. I don't know if you've seen this game before.
I have.
Okay.
I know what they're doing.
You know the paints.
I only know because I've had to ask you what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, and I think you watched the Cherry Rush run where Kana was doing this while also painting.
Yes.
I think I pointed that out.
Oh my god,
too.
no, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Where I was like, whoa. Like one hand painting, one hand painting.
Yeah. One hand painting, one hand chasing.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah.
I only know how to paint. I don't know how to chase. But like I don't know how to do both at the same time.
You may have a bed and you may have breakfast, but you don't have a bed and breakfast.
Same rat, different hat.
Same rat, different hat, you know? Waited 3 days for that rat. All of a sudden he comes out and he's like, what? What are you looking at?
Looks at me and just like, what are you looking at?
The best improv from Bob's Burgers that we learned about yesterday, despite having rewatched that show like a million times.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. The line that made us be like, is Teddy the best character on that show? Yes. Yes, he is.
Oh, Hannah quitting out of Paint Chase. Hold on.
What?
So, I think Hannah might have actually lost that last wave. I missed exactly what happened there, but suddenly, even though Jonathan's been behind on this goal, is in a pretty prime position to swoop it up.
Wait, she got the square.
Oh, never mind. She marked it off.
I was like, wait, the square is orange, babe.
So, Jonathan will hopefully see this at the end of this wave. I know
no,
players...
she was doing great. Oh, wait, the square's orange.
I was going to say, I thought she was doing... Or I thought they were doing great until then. And then...
oh, my bad, they.
Yes. Sorry. It's okay. So Jonathan is in course 6, but unfortunately did get sniped on this. Hannah was able to clear that out last time.
How rude of me, just assuming a pronoun from a name? Oh, bad bun. Sorry.
It's okay. That's why I do have the pronouns
No, I know.
on stream.
You have it right there, and I wasn't looking. I was just looking at the board.
It's okay. You know for next time.
Yep.
And in the end, that's all pronoun correction really is.
Well, and it's not like you haven't casted Boards of Hannahda before, so I should have known.
Yeah. I'm actually 2 for 2 on Hannah casts this season.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, no, I really should have known. Well done.
That's okay. So unfortunately, Jonathan did not see this before trying level 6 on his own. Yeah, unfortunate snipe there. Going straight into Block Koala. What's Block Koala for? Please don't. No, don't do this. No! Oh, CG did this against me. So there's a goal update this season where the gifts and cherries and whatever have to be on the card in order for you to get credit for them. And there's not a Block Koala space on this card, reading it for like the 20th time. So unfortunately, even though we are working on a gift rush here, it looks like, I don't...
This one will be nothing.
Yep, this one's unfortunately for nothing. And
unfortunately, said absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Say it again.
So unfortunately, CG65 did this exact same thing against me yesterday, and there's nothing I can do until Jonathan marks off the space, but to let them know that it's got to be on the board. Okay. Going into Overbold. Overbold is a space on the card, so if just going for the gift here, this gift will count. Hi Vex, how's it going?
I don't want to talk over you, so I said it in the chat.
That's okay. But yes, if Jonathan is able to get the gift in Overbold, which I think is only a wave of 400 plus, so it should be pretty straightforward to get. This gift will count because Overbold has a space on the board in column 2, but the Block Koala one will not because Block Koala is not actually on this board. So
sleep too long, give myself a headache.
I mean, that does tend to happen when I sleep too long, personally. Okay, quitting out into Hyper Contender. Hyper Contender is on the board.
Max, did your headache go away?
Pivoting to Big Bell Race. Big Bell Race is on the board, and Big Bell Race this.
Taco Bell Race.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I always think of Taco Bell with Big Bell.
Oh. Immediate booster. So the space is win race 1 without using the boosters. It's actually surprisingly tricky to do this goal. I hadn't tried this goal. Oh, used the booster again. I hadn't tried this goal until my first week match. But you're like pretty ingrained to just automatically go for the boosters. And you don't like really need them to win because honestly the AI is just like really bad at driving on this course. But the main thing you just have to watch out for is like not accidentally driving into a booster. And I think Jonathan's in a good pace now to be able to do that. It's just like so ingrained in your muscle memory to like always go after these boosters that sometimes it's really hard to avoid it. I went away at about 2 this morning. I'm sorry it was there until 2.
Oh, I got one as soon as I woke up, is why I remembered to ask.
You should maybe just have some ibuprofen. Also got the slow cooker chicken we have today. It smells so good. No, use the booster.
Oh.
Okay, maybe just use. Okay, I think saw that he used 2 boosters there and quit out. That still would have potentially been a gift if he wanted to just do that one again. Yeah, eating might also be a good idea. I did get lunch and a donut, depending on what you're in the mood for.
I already ate the donut.
Okay, that's good.
You didn't see me eat it?
I did not.
Oh, I devoured it.
Oh, there's actually double synergy on this board with Overbold if you're able to clear a round with maximum stakes without using bombs. That's pretty nice. And meanwhile, Hannah does pick up the double levels in Cyber Owls. I don't think either player has a valid gift yet, but that's about to change because there is a Waldorf's Journey space. So that means we can get the Waldorf's gift and theoretically the Waldorf Cherry too. I don't exactly know how comfortable Hannah is in Waldorf, but the Waldorf's Journey Cherry is one of the more consistent ones to have in Bingo and is generally good to go for if you are able to do it in a match. Especially since getting 50% of the way through Waldorf's Journey is also a gift, and since Waldorf's on the board, this gift will count. Also, welcome in everyone who is new to these casts. This is UFO 50 Bingo, for those that don't know. Basically, both players have about an hour and 45 minutes to race through as many of the goals that are on this board as possible. The goals are spread out over different games, and also some goals like have multiple games you have to dip into to be able to complete. So, for example, both players right now are working on the gift, which I believe Jonathan was 100 short because he's going 400. And if he is able to clear this wave, this should be the gift for the 500. And meanwhile, Hannah is about 20% away from their gift in Waldorf's Journey as well. Also, formatting note, I hope the numbers are a little easier to read because I spent like an hour trying to fix them earlier. And unfortunately, Jonathan does die in the prize 500 fight, so gonna have to build up a little bit again. I don't blame Jonathan for going for this Overbold synergy, because if they are able to get a run going, this would be pretty helpful. And Hannah picked up their first gift. Nice. I can try to pull your neck when this is done. Not gonna help that way.
I mean, it hasn't been happening the last 2 times you've done it, it's just been hurting me.
I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot, but I understand.
Well, it's been hurting me and hurting you. Like, it hasn't been helping me, I guess, you know?
Yeah. I've missed if Jonathan has upgraded his max HP in any of these Overbold runs. Has anyone happened to catch that? I don't think he's had enough money to do it, but I might need to look back on the VOD if that ends up mattering. I don't think there's going to be a super easy way to like clip and check it for that one, unfortunately. Or I would just ask that. Thank you for trying, though.
No, that finger thing is not right.
Oh. I mean, pretend like instead of me practicing, it's these two players actually doing it, and then that's fine.
Just pay attention to the middle part of that command.
Here, there's a one-word fix for that command, actually. Change one word, delete a sentence. That's fine. Alright, so Hannah is out of fish, and oh, what a clutch fish. I didn't even see that one there. Okay, good job. I was gonna say, and had to make a pretty impressive leap over to there, but undershot it and then got the fish. Oh, be careful. Whew. That was so scary. Oh my god. Hannah, don't do that to me. Alright, so once Hannah leaps up here and ends this, this will be a Waldorf cherry, which also gets the gift. Very nicely done. No kidding on that view. You gave me a heart attack there.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Alright, head-to-head Mooncat. Nice. Mooncat on the card is use 2 warps, which is a very fast goal. Yes. This is one of the games I want you to play because it's fun to play, but also ridiculous to learn.
I'm sorry, a non-party house game?
I understand.
Good luck getting me to play it. That's all I will say.
Fun's got like 50 hours in UFO 50 and 49.5 of them are in party house.
I was gonna say, I've played...
You played a little bit of camouflage also.
A tiny bit of camouflage, a tiny bit of pin golf, and then all party house.
That's right. You played a little bit of pin golf too to understand the way through that game.
All party house, all the time. What would my girlies do without me?
Just be uncalled to parties, that's what.
Well, they're socialites. All they do is party. Oh wait, I think I played a little bit of Magic Garden too.
You did play a little bit of Magic Garden.
For a second.
I think you would like Magic Garden more if you played it on like a fresh stream day, but you were a little tired at that point.
I was tired, yeah. We played it during my like uncapped subathon.
Yeah. And it's funny because Party House was like the last game that I was like, alright, bud, I know this is like not really anything you ever play normally, but I think you're gonna like this one.
Like, I'm so tired.
And
I'm
like,
really gonna cry if I play a game that you love and I don't like it, but I'll give it a shot.
And like Bun's first party didn't really understand it and didn't super like it, and then the second party clicked, and then from then on it was just nothing but Party House.
And then I almost one-shotted the cherry.
Yep, and then she was one turn away from the cherry on that one.
One turn away on the 5th one. And then I didn't get it.
So, tough luck on this double snipe here, because unfortunately Hannah did mark off the warp, or the use 2 warps, and is already trying to work on this big bell race goal, which again is surprisingly tricky. For those that haven't tried this goal, winning race 1 on its own is not very hard, but just dodging the first and really the first booster, honestly, at that, like, after that point you're fine unless you accidentally run into it.
Hi Nitro Galaxy.
Hi Nitro, how's it going? I think they have not boosted this race. I've been trying to pay attention to it, and the first one cut it close, but I'm like 90% sure they didn't boost. Once you're in the race, unless you like accidentally stumble into it, it's much easier to dodge, because even if you have to like wait for a solid like 2 seconds for it to get out of your way, you normally have enough of a lead. I will say that these AI are actually playing this race surprisingly close. But I think Hannah did restart on the race that they boosted on. Yeah, no worries. They had one quick boost and then restarted, and then after that they were fine. So this specific race that they're on, their stream is a little laggy right now, but they were saying before the stream that it's something with Discord where their normal method of streaming from a stream deck to Discord is more laggy this season than it was last season. And for some reason, that just is the case for a lot of people streaming this season. So another gift for Hannah as well. So they are up 2-0 on that, or 2-1, 3-1. Excuse me, because I forgot Mooncat Warp is also a gift, which means that Jonathan does have that gift as well. And looking like Hannah is going to pressure that diagonal as well by going for the Night Manor minigame here. Will also count as another quick gift, so I think Hannah did a great job, honestly, of identifying the really quick gifts that were on this board that also had good synergy. That was one thing that I noticed when I made this board, is that there's a lot of surprising synergy with this board. Like, not at first glance, but like if you know your gifts and cherries and stuff, there's like a lot that you can do on this board. Checking, and that's 4.
I don't know if I've watched this show since I was older than Lorelai at the start.
Yeah.
This feels weird.
Why is Jonathan and Mooncat? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, because there's not any extra Mooncat synergy on this board. And there's not anything else, like a general goal, unless Jonathan's going for bosses. It is possible that Jonathan's potentially going for boss, or just a boss in Mooncat. Speaking of, Hannah has 2 from Cyber Owls for completing 2 missions. So I am hoping Hannah just sticks in this Night Manor goal and is able to just get all 5 of these diagonals, or all 5 of these hiding spots at the same time. I have a spot now on my little card. I've been trying to actually like write down the general goals in addition to keeping track of them in stream to hopefully do a better job of like these goals, for instance, where this Night Manor goal is not like really a general goal, but there still is something you have to keep track of in this game. The Mortal 2 10 keys goal is another goal that's like that for sure. So Jonathan now going for the Hyper Contender corner space of win 3 fights in a row on hyper difficulty on default ring settings. I really hope that he read the on default ring settings there, because I would hate for him to get this. Okay, restored, I think saw. Still gotta keep that consistent. The only thing you're allowed to change is hyper difficulty. Please, no, Jonathan, no! It's default ring settings, bud. The only thing you can change is hyper. Okay, so yeah, that I'm not allowed to say anything until Jonathan potentially marks off this space. But the only thing you're allowed to change in that goal is setting it to hyper difficulty. Also, just gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure a 1-ring match is even any easier. Just because there are 2 AI versus 1 of you. Okay, but did quit out, so that run doesn't impact things anyway. I was gonna say, I feel like 1 ring in Hyper is actually probably harder than 5 rings, to be perfectly honest. Alright. I wasn't expecting Jonathan to hop into Star Wasper for Wave 3, but I am a fan of Star Wasper, so this does have some pretty good synergy with the defeat bosses goal. Theoretically, if you get through Wave 3, that's 3 of the 7 bosses that you need. And from there should just be a pretty easy boss rush if that's what you want to do. This does also block the column 1 bingo, which is looking pretty scary and fast. Hannah is going to go for the pretty difficult center square though, which is winning a full war on commander difficulty. For those that have played Lords of Disconia, this is the middle difficulty where the AI is like only 90% godlike. I still feel like we'll see some pretty ridiculous shots here. But yeah, Lords of Disconia is honestly a game that's I'm terrified of in Bingo. So I think Jonathan's trying to do the cheese of just getting through Wave 1 without needing to kill anything. But in order to do that, you have to just kind of sit in the upper left corner. If you start firing shots, the guys will actually start firing at you. So even though Hannah is up pretty significantly right now, there are still a lot of quick spaces on the board. The minion max goal, if you just go grab the nuke, is like just go grab the nuke and then go into the book that you need to go into. Depending on your ninpet comfort, that goal is pretty fast. Hotfoot is just win 2 games, basically. Without jumping is like kind of a hindrance, but not really. Depending on your comfort, Antarctica can be pretty fast, but I would be a little scared to go into that goal personally, because that's a big level to remember. Fistel is basically just complete level 1 and level 2 without dying or spending money. And increasing your base HP in 6 games is pretty fast. This is the first battle of Disconia, right? Like, we haven't seen another battle until now. I'll have to see if Hannah has medicine, because that does count as a, that perk does count as an HP upgrade. Alright, heading into Party House. I'm not sure what Party House is doing, but I'm a big fan of Party House.
We love Party House in this house, where we don't go to parties or have them.
In terms of Party House units, we like our empty house bonuses.
We're the introvert.
Alright, this is my first time I've gotten to cast some combatants, so I'm excited about that. So, I'm not gonna lie, every time I read Ants Ants, I just get the rest of Dance Dance stuck in my head.
Ants, ants, we're falling apart.
I did also see Ants Amps, which is kind of
yeah.
So, for those that don't know, this just lets you skip past these red ants. I don't specifically actually know which missions are Commando and Commando 2 offhand.
Is Fall Out Boy still a thing?
I think so. Hi Slop, how's it going?
Hey Slop, welcome Raiders. I see it. Oh.
How was Darkest Dungeon? GG on your Waldorf runs earlier, they seemed pretty good. I'm gonna have to run Waldorf now after watching you do it. I have like consistent Waldorf down, but I don't have like an actual speedrun time. We're fighting the queen at halftime. This is the way the spider eats. Hi McCoffee, how's it going? We are in about a half hour into a surprisingly tense match.
What a cute dog!
Oh, that is a cute dog. Hannah is currently pitching a shutout on the scoreboard, but there have been a couple. Oh, there have been a couple of pretty close races in this. Honestly, do I have it? Yes.
Oh, we have the dog. Thank you for showing us that dog.
So now that we've typed out more of this Ants thing, it's definitely not getting out of my head.
And these are the ants you like to lead.
The Red Queen loves me.
Oh, Nipon used to be resubbed to me?
No.
Alright.
That's fun.
I'll resub him. No one did his resub. There's something on my thing.
Yeah, the mid-game terminal codes are low-key one of my favorite parts of Bingo. It's a kind of special thing to UFO 50 specifically because there's a terminal code where you can type in wherever you want. That you get, like, even though the players are muted, you still get to hear, like, the players' reactions to stuff. For instance, after Winterbit got sniped in their last game, they, like, super angrily typed out "very cool" in all caps really fast, and it made me laugh really hard. Because it was, like, the angriest, fastest movement. I think that's a gift in Ants. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure if you can use Ants specifically to get a gift, because yeah, typically the level select codes, you aren't able to grab the gifts from those for. But I know that, like, Trotters, for instance, you can get the golden cherry from it, but not the gift. So I think there's, like, some finessing of the rules that we need to kind of finalize for, like, case-by-case basis for that. But I don't think Trotters is the only exception, yeah. And I think even then, Trotter's gift doesn't count because of how fast a seeded thing could be for that, but... so I looked away from Lords of Disconia for, like, what felt like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden,
Everything's different?
yeah, it tends to happen in this game, but...
Hey, Karma.
Yeah, Hannah did win the battle, and thankfully it is just a battle. That is accurate, right? They didn't have to win the full war there, they just had to win an actual battle on Commander difficulty. Maybe that goes slightly faster than I thought, because when I read that goal in my head the first time I read it, is you had to, like, completely win the game. Okay, that's how I'm interpreting it as well. I've never had clarification on that space, because I'm gonna be honest, I just run away from every single Lords of Disconia. Yeah, I read it in my head as having to win the full war on Commander difficulty, but it specifically says win a battle in a full war. And I feel like specifying both means that you don't have to actually win the full war. So that's actually...
That changes things.
I was going to say, that's a slightly faster goal than I thought it was, because you could theoretically just rush the opponent and then be fine there.
We were definitely like, ruh-roh, middle square.
Yep. Yeah, I think it specifically means just don't do quick mode, and also you have to deal with the AI, like, kind of building up their army first, which, like, makes sense, but I definitely, personally, really had misinterpreted that goal until Hannah just marked it off, so... One of the benefits of casting is I'm definitely making sure I'm learning a lot from all of the games I'm casting, and it is very surprising how much there still is to learn at this game, even when I've...
Because every time you cast, you get this knowledge.
Yes.
I had to remember what song I did it to last night. Of course it was Cascade.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's also just so you don't do a quick mode game, though, so you don't just, like, pop in and immediately win. And every time we answer, I swear I could fly.
Oh, wait, it's Cascada, not Cascade.
So I missed if Hannah got the gift in this, or is just going for the extra lives right now. But I think they would have gotten the gift. Oh, unfortunate. They would have gotten the gift on that last sandwich that they spawned, but they didn't collect it. They have grabbed 4 sandwiches? Okay. I'll confirm if they'd ever open up the garden, honestly, because they are pretty close to gifts, I think. Oh, they already have gifts. Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Talking about better than I do.
I was keeping track of a gift goal that's already been marked, so that's definitely fine.
Wait, and every time we answer, I swear I can fly. Stop. This chat is amazing today.
Bingo chat do be popping off like that.
Beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Oh, unfortunate death in the bonus game as Hannah's trying to collect extra lives here. I think it's probably still worth going on just because you have 4 lives, but I think if you lose another life, you maybe just restart and try again with this goal. They are no ninja, it's true.
Who among us really is?
Woof. Wow, Hannah, that was really close to that umbrella guy that I ended up getting anyway. What does the +8 +1 mean next to the standing? So those are the total points that the players have scored this season. It's one of the tiebreakers that's being used for playoffs. The main playoff tiebreaker is bingos if you're able to get it.
I'm glad somebody asked because I wanted to, but I was scared.
Yeah, so in week 1, Hannah lost 10-8, and in week 1, Jonathan lost 7-1, I think. I don't remember exactly the standings of that game, but for what it's worth, even though Jonathan does not have a space marked on the board, they have been pretty close to quite a number of these. I think there's been 2 separate snipes from Hannah, and also just a couple of like pretty close attempts that didn't make it on other goals. So Jonathan has been making good progress in the games that he's been attempting. It's just been a little tough, kind of like getting that last little push to get the goal itself. And meanwhile, Hannah is going for the mini and max silverfish goal. For those that don't know, this is a goal where you can use the nuke and just clear out that entire room of silverfish. Without using the nuke, this goal is pretty annoying. Because without the nuke, you have to run around and kill, like, I want to say like 10 different silverfish and silverfish eggs or something. But with the nuke, you just run into the room, drop it off, wait a sec for it to kill everything, and then pop back out and it's done. Yeah, I've like loosely watched other games bingos, and UFO 50 bingo specifically is in a unique spot where there's just so much that you can do that it's kind of hard to really know without like a ton of bingo experience what your players are doing. Because as a reminder, neither player can see or hear the other player's screen, so basically just going in blind and trying to figure out what players are actually doing as it happens. And yeah, UFO 50 by default just having all of the games available at once is also a pretty unique point for this, because you don't have to like play games 1 through 49 to get to game 50. So Hannah is having a little bit of trouble grabbing the nuke. The one problem with grabbing the nuke is this war segment. In my opinion, is actually probably one of the like hardest platforming segments in Mini and Max. Outside of like the final area, really. Jonathan unfortunately dying again in Overbold as well. The Overbold death loop is one that I am all too familiar with because this game is brutal. I was practicing bingo goals a couple days ago and ended up getting Overbold Gold Disc as one of the like random goals that showed up. And let me tell you, without lure bombs, this game is incredibly difficult. With lure bombs, it's actually not that bad, because the AI like really heavily defaults to the lure apparently. But it can be a bit of a struggle, especially getting a run going in Overbold. The earlier waves of Overbold are definitely trickier for me personally, because you just kind of have to keep going without very many upgrades. I was surprised to see that the nuke didn't blow up when a bomb dropped on it. Seems like the kind of thing that you maybe like. You can just jump on that worm, by the way, if you need to get up there. That works too, that's fine. So just pop in, throw the nuke, wait a sec or two to actually kill everything. And there you go. Book is cleared out. You don't actually have to talk to this guy, I don't think, but this is like the main confirmation point that players normally use, is getting those shinies. And suddenly Hannah is threatening that diagonal bingo. We did mention that as a possibility once Hannah was going for that Lords of Disconia space. And of the Night Manor spaces, I would say that this is actually probably one of the bigger knowledge checks. Because A, you have to know where the hiding minigames even are at, and B, you have to be good enough to actually beat the hiding minigames, which are pretty hard. So for those that haven't seen it, in Night Manor, if you're running away from the killer, you have a couple of rooms throughout the house where you can engage in this hiding minigame. Which gets pretty hard because these windows to hide end up being pretty tight. And I don't think Hannah actually successfully hid in their first run. I'm going to count that as one. I don't think it's actually super going to end up mattering because it's not looking like Jonathan's even trying to press that. Might just be trying to get a Star Whisper space. Also, welcome back from the ad break. For those that missed it over the ad break, Hannah was able to get the Silverfish goal and is now pushing this diagonal bingo. So I think offhand the 5 hiding spots are the bedroom, a garden, and it doesn't say that I've got anything.
Well, it seems like it's fine for everybody else. I don't feel like
I'm not sure. Yeah, even if Jonathan is able to get this block, Hannah's pretty quickly able to pivot into another bingo. I think Jonathan might be in Overbold specifically to try to block that middle row bingo. But unfortunately for him, Hannah's not working on that one.
just close the tab and open a new one and that's fine.
Okay.
What's happening? That was really weird.
That is weird. I'm glad it's working now though.
It definitely seemed like it was just a me thing because nobody else was saying anything.
Yeah, Hannah already has 2 of the 5 hiding spots and is currently in the attic for hiding spot number 3. And I think Jonathan now does see that diagonal and is maybe just trying to get a space on the board that he feels comfortable with. And yeah, in order for Jonathan to come back in the match as a whole, this overbold cherry would theoretically help out with 3 different spaces. But I think honestly at this point, trying to race overbold cherry versus 2 hiding spots in Night Manor is not looking great for Jonathan. Hannah is also doing a good job of doing all of the like sound cue spams that you can do. Basically there's a couple of spots in the house that you can just lure the killer almost like instantly if you make noise. I'm glad Hannah did this goal because I am not gonna lie, I don't remember exactly where all 5 of the hiding spots are myself. Also, one thing I really like about this goal is that it does show off the Night Manor, like, scared cursor. That was one of my personal favorite things playing this game, is that when you're being chased by the killer, the cursor that you have that's normally stationary starts, like, shake around like you're scared and stuff. And, it adds a surprising amount to a game where pointing and clicking is, like, your main way of moving around stuff. Alright, garden down, and I think there's just one more spot left. Because I got the bedroom, garden, the den, and the attic. Yeah, I think they didn't get the playroom because they went into the kids' room on accident. Jonathan looking like this might be the wave. Yeah, I mean, this does look like the cherry route. So we're getting the hacksaw and the shears and everything else. I think Hannah's working on grabbing cherry stuff in case Jonathan is in this race as well. Which honestly is pretty good planning on their part. Because it would be pretty safe to assume that Jonathan would be scared of this. Oh, hasn't gotten this one? I don't even know where this hiding spot is. Is this the hallway? Oh, it's the living room one that they didn't get first. Okay. Alright. That's GG. Alright, 48-minute bingo is very fast. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good board for
bingo?
me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, that board worked out well for you, and I think fortunately for you, you were on the upper hand of at least 2, potentially 3 snipes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was, even though the score was a shutout, it was definitely pretty close throughout, even though Jonathan was struggling to finish up a couple of these goals.
Yeah. No, I mean this like I saw, like I always wanted to do the row 4 of the ends into the bar is bad, but like basically at almost every goal except like the hog base and the hyper cutter I'm comfortable with here. So like I have so many things to choose from.
Yeah, this one definitely seemed like a board that you kind of just hopped in and did whatever you wanted, which was cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's like no Fel Brace, not a mortal to be found.
Yeah.
No Barbuda, no Definition, no Bug Hunter, no Rock.
Oh, unfortunately, Jonathan did lose.
Perfect.
Yeah. I was hoping Jonathan could have cleared out that overbold wave, but unfortunately got surrounded by some werewolves.
It's, yeah, those overbold are rough.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting on Jonathan to unmute, and we should be good. That was a very well played, very fast game. It might be one of the fastest bingos, just like period this season. I think in terms of time, I'd have to check, but
like I might never get a board this good again. I'm kind of the only thing that's missing is an undelivered goal, but like wow, I'm very happy with that.
I'll just reiterate that since there was a bingo, the game is done, because I think Jonathan is still trying for some spaces here. The grind never stops. I mean, I also am guilty of this because in my match against CG yesterday, I was locked in for a good like 5 minutes before I realized that CG had conceded and the game was over.
It'll happen.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to like find spaces on the board that you can do, you maybe aren't scrolled down quite as far.
Yeah. Also, sometimes I just want to finish a goal out of spite.
Yeah.
That also happens.
Yeah, definitely. But in terms of this game, very, very fun. I feel like you did a really good job of seeing there was a lot of like hidden synergy on this board that I think until you were like really looking at it and playing, like didn't super see.
Yeah.
Because
the only thing I saw immediately was the combat ends or bad double play.
Yeah. And Jonathan did actually have some combatants progress that was pretty close. I guess I didn't even actually mark off that war as bad for him, but he definitely cleared at least one level.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see a Cyberowl's rescue mission this game, but that's okay.
I was thinking about it. I was like, there's so many good gifts games here that I don't really need to do it.
Yeah, I think season 2 so far has been a pretty clear indicator that like knowing a wide range of gifts and golds and stuff is pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Alphazar's hat's not even on the card unless he's trying to go for an HP rush at this point. But maybe it's just playing to play at this point, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he doesn't feel too bad because, like, like I know he's like a newer player, so the first games can be rough when you're playing someone that kind of knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and especially with bingo, like until you've gotten a bunch of games under your belt, it's really hard to see like where good spaces on the board are.
Yeah.
As opposed to like just spaces that like maybe you're personally comfortable with or whatever.
Yeah, it's a learning process.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm about.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you so much for casting.
Of course.
And yeah.
Probably see you again next week because I'm 2 for 2 on your cast so far.
We'll see. It's already on the schedule. See if you want to take it, it's free.
I'll see if I'm free. Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Bye.
All right, later. Okay, so I think Jonathan's seen now? Question mark. Hey. Good game. I'm sure you saw, but you definitely did get sniped a couple of times on some early spaces, and unfortunately, but I think you were pretty close on a couple of goals, honestly. Overbold's tough, though. I'm definitely scared of that game in Bingo.
Yeah. I got sniped on the coolest.
Yeah, I don't know if you had anything else you necessarily wanted to say to stream or anything. Hannah had to pop off because they had to do something else, but...
Yeah. So, I just need to get better at this game.
Yeah, you were definitely pretty close on a couple of goals, and I think that with a little bit more time in a couple of them, like the head-to-head paint chase, for instance, you were pretty much right there.
Well, and you played well and were fun to watch.
Yes, my wife had fun watching. So.
It was definitely a fun match to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I should have went with I tried combatants. I tried warbold. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think the combatant's progress was good. I honestly don't even know which level Commando 2 is, but you did at least have a little bit of progress in that. And you did see the Overbold double synergy. It's just, unfortunately, Overbold is... I think even in, like, A-tier matches, Overbold's a scary game to try to, like, get synergies on, because it's just so easy to lose it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went for try to go for Overbold.
Yeah.
I just,
Cool. So I guess I don't super have anything else, and if you're good, I guess we can just cut the bingo cast portion here.
it's good.
Cool. Alright, so thanks for playing. It was definitely fun. I'll have the VOD and stuff up in a little bit whenever stream's done. Okay. Let me check the schedule before we like fully wrap up the bingo portion of stream. And just see if anyone else is going today. So it looks like there's going to be a match at 2 p.m. with Sleepy and Van Strummer, hosted by Serial Bull, so this should be the next game.